Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Johnson. I wanted to read our news to you story for our Black group, our AAC users. So if you have those devices, now is a great time to go and grab it. I have my lamp board here. My lamp board's for life. So if your device looks like mine, I'm going to be enlarging myself on the screen to model some words and going back smaller again so you can see the story. So I'll give you a second. Go grab your devices and come right back to us. All right, so our story, we're going to start by answering the first question, what, which is a great core word to find. So here we go, lamp users. It is right here, what, and it's going to look like a little TV. It's the second click is what. So we're talking about what this story is about. So I'm going to go back and read this page, and then we'll sum up this page by looking back at our lamp board to review. So let me make myself smaller again here. There we go. All right. Many people around the world are sick. They have a new illness called the coronavirus. The coronavirus spreads from person to person. Anyone can become sick with the coronavirus. Okay, so we learned that our what is talking about coronavirus, and it is a sickness that is making people feel really sick, really gross. And it's not just people in one place. It is people from all around the world. I'm looking, there we go, from all around the world. Okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn our page to the next one. Make myself smaller. There we go. All right, our next page, we're still talking about what. Remember, we're still talking about what. The coronavirus gives people fevers and coughs. Most people only become a little sick, but some people become very sick, and the virus spreads quickly. Now the coronavirus is a pandemic. Okay, so remember, we're talking about what you might have if you have the coronavirus. You could have some different sicknesses, some different feelings. So people might get a fever, or their body temperature goes up really high, or you might have a cough that you would cough through all the time. So basically people are feeling really bad, and this whole disease is going really fast around the world, which has now made it a pandemic. Okay. Our next page. A pandemic. You might be asking, what is a pandemic? It is when an illness spreads around the world. People think the coronavirus started in China in 2019. It has spread to many countries, including the United States. Leaders and doctors around the world are working together. They are working to stop the spread of the coronavirus. So again, we think, or we're pretty sure, that it started in China, which is a different country from here, but that it has traveled, it would go to different countries, and we got it here in the United States. And it is so big that we have a lot of people trying to work, one of our words of the week, trying to work to stop this virus. All right, to help stop this spread, you should wash your hands often for 20 seconds or more. You should not touch your eyes, nose, and mouth. You should call a doctor when you feel sick. And you should stay away from other people in public places. Okay, let me enlarge some of those. So we want to help stop this virus, right? So it said you could go wash your hands in the bathroom. You should do that a lot more than you think you need to. Okay? We need to make sure that we are talking to an adult if we feel sick, right? And then most importantly, we should not be going anywhere, okay? Most of us are in our houses and we need to stay there so this virus does not spread anymore. Okay, I'm going to check back at our story. Leaders and doctors worry about crowds. Crowds are big groups of people. Sick people can spread the coronavirus in crowds. Many leaders have canceled events with crowds. Leaders have canceled parades, concerts, conferences, sports events, and more. So I'm going to make my screen big again. So it said that people are worried about crowds, which is big groups of people. Because if people go in a crowd and somebody feels sick in that crowd, it could travel really fast in that crowd. So that's why we are not going to big events right now, one of those being school, because there's usually big crowds of people there. And that's why we should not be going to concerts or big full grocery stores. We don't want to get sick, and we don't want to pass it along. Let's see. Leaders have closed public places with crowds. Leaders have closed movie theaters, museums, restaurants, zoos, and more. Leaders have closed school too, and students are doing classes online in their homes. So it said that they are not letting some places still stay open. They have closed them, or they have stopped people from going into these places. Okay? And as it talked about, we have closed schools, you guys know that. And so because of that, some students are learning at home, right? In the place where they live. You're doing learning from where you live right now. Let's look at our story for the next page. Leaders do not want people to travel. Sick people can spread the virus to other places. Airlines have canceled some flights. Cruise ships have canceled some trips. Many people are staying in their homes. So the big idea from this page is that we should not be going anywhere. We should not be traveling. Okay, if we go somewhere, you might get the disease, or it might be going and passing it on to other people. We do not want this to spread anymore. So we should not be traveling. The coronavirus is a new illness. Doctors are still learning about the coronavirus, and they hope to stop the spread of the virus soon. Then people can go to public places, and leaders can open school again. So big word, big idea for this page. Something that they talked about was that this is a new virus. I'm looking for new. There it is. This is a new virus. Okay? So there's not a lot that we know about it. So as they're learning more, they're hoping that we will get to open schools again soon, and people can go to the movies soon, and they can go out and do the things that they want again soon. All right, we're going to pause there. The next video is going to talk about who in this story. Thank you guys for watching, and click on the next one for who.